right, good morning. So we are going to do a little bit of magic this morning. Let me highlight myself if I dare. I'm going to be putting on my makeup. Everything that I wear every day is always Mary Kay. It has been for years. I don't use any other brand. And I think that all of you are either at that place or you're getting close to that place of only using Mary Kay. Why would you use anything else? It's the best. So at the beginning of my skincare routine, I always use my skincare. I like to use a lot of this Voluform. Mine, you can see, is almost running out. I know it's expensive, but getting it at half price is wonderful. Always lifting. And I used to put this all over my face. Then I found out that I only needed to use it on the lower part. Then, of course, I'm using my sunscreen. I may be going to a Renaissance fair today. Love the application. The way this just opens up so good. Just smooth a little of that off. That's a lot, isn't it? So as you guys know, you don't need that much. So we're going to go ahead and cover every spot. You might have heard me say a testimonial upon using our day cream was that I went to the beach for a church service and ended up staying all day. I had some sunscreen on my body from a different brand. I was red as a little apple on my body. And I have to tell you, I had reapplied that sunscreen, that body sunscreen, and I still was sunburned. Not a trace of sunburn on my face. I had no hat on. Just saying. All right, so my skin is prepared. A lot of times, whoops, I forgot my eye cream. A lot of times I will use, the boosters, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that right now. Now with the eye cream, sometimes, and sometimes people go like this, which feels really, really good, but oh, that feels good. Maybe I'll use that today. You have to be careful when you're doing your makeup not to put your eye cream too close to where your eyeliner is going to be. And most of the time I don't put it on the top. I think I'll put a tiny bit on the top. Okay, your eye cream does have light diffusing ingredients that make the under eye circles less obvious, that reflects the light. Okay, so that's an important thing. All right, a lot of people swear by our eye primer, our facial primer. Does anybody online love it? It's $20. I'm going to put, it's very common to put, as a makeup artist, to put things on the back of your hand because it's a little bit cleaner. And so I'm just putting it on the back of the hand. I don't think I'm going to use a brush to put my primer on. Whoops, there's my, okay, so I'm just going to put very thin, very thin. I used to use the primer and not like it because I felt like it would ball up. And I think it was because I was using too much. So is anybody else had that problem of the primer balling up? It could be also because the good morning, Carmen, that because I didn't let the other dry. I'm like feeling a little balling up here. This is real stuff here. Yeah. Okay. But that primer, what this is and why it's so important for your makeup is because it will make it so that the makeup goes on more smoothly. We'll fill in the gaps of any pores, right? Okay, like a primer, like on the wall behind me, fill in any gaps. It will also be like more of a magnet for your foundation. Okay, so your foundation will go on more smoothly and it will stay longer. And I'm getting a comment. You know what? Carmen is an expert. You really are, Carmen. And the reason it was balling up because I'm going very quickly, because she says if you're not waiting between applications. So I obviously just put on the day cream and now I'm putting this on right away. So try to avoid it. Try to let it set for a little bit, this guy right here, before you put this on. Okay, because you don't want it to ball up. This is actually one of the most popular products that we have. Okay. All right. Now, of course, we're going to go into foundation. Now, it doesn't really matter. I've heard makeup artists do different things, whether you put your concealers on first or your foundations. I'll go ahead and do my concealers. This is the under eye corrector right here. This is the under eye corrector. It has a little bit of a pink tone to it. I always like to go right in this area here, right here, because I have a lot of shadowing in there and I want to make that brownness kind of go away, right? Okay, so I put a little bit of the under eye corrector. Good morning, Cheryl. Underneath there, okay, just a little bit. Now, if people say that this is caking up, that's probably because they're not haven't used an eye cream, right? So if they're like, oh, it always gets in the cracks, well, you need an eye cream, all right? Now, before, this is just me. There's different ways to paint. There's different ways to apply makeup. I'm going to go ahead and put my under eye concealer kind of along with it. This is actually the color of my skin, which is a light beige perfecting concealer. Love the doe tip applicators, right? So, oh, I didn't bring a sponge. I really like the sponges. Now, I'm going to be, I'm just being girlfriend to girlfriend here. I don't use the Mary Kay sponge for my concealer because it's not soft enough. Now, we do have a concealer brush that I could probably use, but just, again, this is girlfriend to girlfriend. You have to wash it a lot, okay? And I'm a little lazy. So now what I'm doing to blend, you notice I am not like blending, okay? I am doing what's called stippling. Stippling is a firm patting motion that we use to apply eye cream, but also blush. Now you can notice that my nose has a lot of redness in it. So I'm taking it down on the nose. You noticed probably earlier that above the eye, I have a lot of darkness there too, discoloration. So I'm firmly blending, and you can see the difference, okay? So I had the under eye corrector down where the dark was and in here. And then I put the concealer there. You use both of them, or I do. Now I'm going to use two foundations. Okay. I'm just going to use, and I did get my foundation brush for this. Now, as I said before, one of the things that makeup artists do, Rita knows this as a cosmetologist. Okay, this is actually, this formula is the one for oily combination. It's matte. The luminous foundation is going to give you more of a glow. Okay, it's going to give you more of a glow. And when you're older, it's good to have that healthy glow. But I can use either one. This one happens to be, the one with the purple stripe. So come on now, you can get out. There we go. Okay, there we go. This happens to be beige cool. Cool means that I burn. When I go in the sun, I turn red. The way to know whether someone's cool, okay, because each of these has a C or a, what are the other ones? Let's see, let's take a look. A C or a W means warm. That means when you go in the sun, probably Carmen. Carmen, when you go in the sun, you get like sun tanned. You get this beautiful bronzy tan, right?
I do.
Exactly. So she would wear a warm tone.
A warm.
And
Yes.
then a lot of people use the neutral, which is N. N means neutral. Okay, Kimberly. Yeah. Oh, she's just telling us. Yes, N means, that's right, Kimberly. Yeah, she's got it. So the neutral is where you burn a little bit and then it turns into a suntan. So that's the question you would ask people. When you go in the sun, do you burn? That's cool. Or do you burn, but then it turns into a nice tan? That's neutral. And then there's the beautiful bronze girls like Carmen who just like bake and everybody's like, oh my God, your tan is fabulous. So, she can't help it. That's just what happens with her skin is she tans. Not that it's good for your skin because, the sun, you want to avoid it, but that's what will happen. And that would be a warm undertone. Okay. So now I've got my beige cool here. This is a foundation applicator. Okay. It's a very dense bristles. Okay, this is in our brush collections, very, very dense. The thing with this is you have to keep it clean. So to be honest, I don't use the brush. I'm going to today, but I use my fingertips and a soft sponge, okay, for the places. Yeah. Now you'll get the most coverage if you use your fingertips. And if you want to use the Mary Kay sponge, which I don't use, that's the really big black one that you'll find on the lookbook on the last page where it says the applicators. It's what's it called? The blending sponge for $12. If you use that, the way you do it for foundation is you get it wet. You squeeze out any excess, although it doesn't really absorb the excess, but if there's any excess, and then you tap it on your foundation. And with the, if you look on that last page, it has a flat part. You would just stipple it all on with this damp sponge. Add a little bit more. Continue to stipple, not blend with the sponge, but stipple. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going, and so with the fingertips, you would just apply, and then you would make sure that, especially if you have a little bit of a light beard going on, you know, the fine hairs, you always want to, at the end of the process, sort of move them downwards so they don't cast a shadow. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of my foundation and just kind of deposit it different places on my face. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go, wow, this looks kind of, okay. I'm going to go on my eyes. I'm going to go everywhere. You can see that I'm doing kind of like a little bit of a stippling action here. Now I am going, you notice this part down here is a little darker. So you'll see what I'm going to do, because I don't want to look like I have this white little head going on with, you know, the more suntan. A lot of times I'll do the artificial tan, which we don't have. We did, but we don't have it anymore. Blending down at the neck area, avoiding earrings. Okay. There we go. Nice. Covering all, you can go over the lips if you want to. So you can create your own lip line, making sure it goes into the outside hairline, right? Okay. So looking at that little bit light. So what I like to do is I like to go, and that's a pretty light coat. You know, it's a pretty light coat. What I like to do is put some CC cream, medium deep. So it's a little darker. You'll see already, you can see, you'll see that this will make it look a little bit more tan. See, look at that. You can already see when I applied it. Now I could have gone with a darker color on my foundation, but I'm a little lazy. That's my winter color. So, you know, I just kind of keep using that. I'm almost finished with it. I love the CC cream. Some of you love it just alone, don't you? But it just gives such a beautiful glow. As you can see, the matte foundation, which I told you I could use luminous or matte, the matte foundation gave it a matte look. Matte means it's not glowy. Okay, a lot of people like that, especially those with oily skin. But now I have a little bit of a healthy glow, right? Okay. Yeah, love it. Love it. I might even add a little bronzer today. We'll see. Making sure I have it all over. Now I avoid the CC cream in the eye area, even though you saw me do really a little bit of a dusting there, because it does have the sunscreen in it, right? The CC cream, right? This stuff is awesome. Yes.
I'm sorry, it's Cheryl. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I glitched. Text came through. What two foundations are you using the CC cream on top of which one?
I just happen to have this one, the matte.
Okay, so you do the matte first?
Yeah.
Which one was first? CC cream or the matte?
I could do luminous. It would give me a little bit more. Can you see the glow there? The shine, it's shine, glow. That actually makes you look younger. But I don't mind the matte. The matte is a little bit more concealing, and I have spots from the sun damage. But believe it or not, this is the truth, girlfriends. When I started Mary Kay 32 years ago, my spots were darker. Honest to God, I had, because of tennis, I didn't wear sunscreen and I was out in the sun 3-4 hours a day and I had spots all over. But Mary Kay has helped so much. I still have spots though. So the matte is a little bit more concealing for me. Now I brought out this little guy. This is the cream to powder. This is the most concealing foundation. But I don't wear it. It goes on like a cream, but turns to a powder. I could wear it, but it is super like if anybody uses like MAC foundation, the Studio Fix or something, I'm just putting on a light called what the heck. This is like that. Okay, that's like that, just like you look like a little China doll. And a lot of people do like this cream to powder. See, it's thick. It's not, it's a cream, but it turns to a powder. Yeah, but it's still thick. Endless Performance cream to powder. All right, so we got things going on here. Now, oh my God, my favorite thing that I was gonna bring here. Okay, well, it's in my bedroom. So the one that you see on page 31 or about there is the finishing spray. You can use that finishing spray during your makeup application. You have to let it dry afterwards, but like right now would be a great time for me to just like go like spray, 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 spray. So it's down, over, cross, cross. And what it does is it keeps your foundation stick all day. So I'll use it at the very end. You guys won't see me use it because, you know, I don't have it here. Okay, but another way to seal that foundation to keep it all day, besides this makeup finishing spray, which I love and you need, is to use powder. I always use this translucent powder, or I will use the mineral powder. What's it called? Let's see. There's a mineral pressed powder, but then there's also the silky setting powder. Either one is great. The silky setting powder, though, you have to match the skin tone. The translucent powder is fine for all skin colors. So, okay, so this is not ready to use. So what I usually do, because you need some powder, right, is I shake it. Whoops, that's not very much either. Okay, there we go. And I guess there we go. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to use the appropriate brush. Brushes are the secret to makeup. That would be like a painter using, you know, brushes from a kindergarten class. I mean, you just don't do that. You need professional brushes, and Mary Kay has them, and they are the best price ever. If you're not selling the brush set, you know, you really should be. You're doing a disservice to your people, because the brush set is how much? It's like $50 or something. It's a crazy price. 56 for how many brushes? One, two, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes. This is unbelievable. And make sure that you have the brush cleaner, and your clients do too, because you do want to clean your brushes. So anyway, I've got my powder. I'm going to tap out the excess. You might have seen some coming off. Okay. And I'm setting my makeup. It's taking away a little bit of the shine. That's okay. You can see it's starting to just look such a beautiful finish. I'm going to use some bronzing powder. Looking at myself, you can see dark here, dark here. It is I've made it a little darker here in a subtle way, but I think I'm going to use some bronzing powder. I have a personal bias that, well, no, never mind. I'll tell you about my bias in a second, because it doesn't actually apply to this. Okay, dang. I didn't bring my other brush here. I have another brush for my bronzing powder. Now, we don't have bronzer right now. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be using this, actually, because now you guys are going to be sad that you don't have it. But I'm just going to put, because I'm going to the Renaissance Fair today and I want to look like I have some glow. You put a bronzer here. You would put it where the sun would hit, right? Okay. So you look a little bit more healthy. My hair And a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I made my skin a little bit more matchy with the body. I mean, you definitely don't want to be like, okay, bronze, I'm like, bronze. Okay. Now, what I was going to say is that I love highlighter right here on bronze skin. If you have bronze skin, you are missing out if you don't use highlighter. It is the most beautiful thing on bronze skin. Now you're going to see on my lighter skin, it's okay. I use it, but again, I'm tapping it out. It doesn't make that big a difference. It basically, you can see it. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
See how it makes a highlight, but on bronze skin, forget about it. It's amazing. Kind of see it on my skin, but yeah. So it's highlighting. So it's bringing up my cheekbones, okay? So anyway, I just like, that's my favorite thing on bronze skin. Like someone with bronze skin, if they have a highlighter, they could just like go out. Like that's it. Okay. Anyway, and if I wanted to make my nose longer, okay, or more out, I could put highlighter here. Not that I don't really want to change my nose. You could put like a thin thing up here above the eyebrows. You definitely will put some highlighter here to bring that out. You can, like, if you get really fancy with highlighter, you can make it like along the lips with a little skinny brush, so it's like you have really nice voluptuous lips. You can take some highlighter after you've done with the lipstick and tap a little bit right here, right here, right here again, or you can use a lip gloss, which I'll probably do that just to let you see when you use a lighter lip gloss, it just makes your lips look more voluptuous. Where else could you use it? I don't know that you'd want your chin to poke out, but one other place that, if you have a little bit of a chubby face and you want a little bit more definition here, this could be something for me. You want this part to come out, right? And this part to recede. So you have a more of a jawline, right? So yeah, whatever. Okay, so now we've got our contour, which we do sell. And by the way, the proper way to use this is to put your highlighter on this part of the brush, your blush on this part, your contour on that, but I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to do that, but if you're a professional and you want to do it the right way. So I'm going to use the tip here for my contour. And you'll see, like with mature women, like you notice on the makeup videos or whatever, they are trying to make the cheek look higher. Okay, so they're taking, instead of putting the contour, well, it's not really going in down here where it would be beneath the chin bone. They would put it slightly higher, is what I'm noticing, to give the illusion that the indent under the cheekbone is a little higher than it actually is, which is super cool. Yeah, I can see how that works. And be modest. You do not have on the application. So this is where it would normally go. Again, I'm learning from TikTok too, take it a little bit higher if you're mature, meaning mature is a good way to say older. Okay. So I just put a little bit there. And like I said, you would put it down here to make your jawbone underneath, not on it, to make that recede, to make it go away, to make it go back. Dark colors make things go back. Yeah, you can see. I can see that. Subtle, nice. Okay, good. All right, so I've got my, sorry guys, you don't have a bronzer, but I really needed it today. You got your contour and you've got your highlighter. So we did that. Since we're on the cheek area, let's finish it up. Okay, so we have our blushes. When I started Mary Kay, I had one blush and I was hardly selling that much. Then I got 3, woohoo! And I started to sell many more blushes. Like if I was doing a makeover thing, I wouldn't sell just one, I'd get like sell 2. So if you're pampering yourself and treating yourself well, in my experience, I was able to sell a lot more than if I was a cheapskate for myself. So if you're treating yourself well, then good. I happen to have, I think, every color of the blushes. These are Chroma Fusion. The pigment on them is quite dense, so you have to be kind of careful. You can tell that these two are my favorite. Yeah, those two are my favorite. So you probably are like, what color are they? This one is Shy Blush. This one's a Shy Blush. It's like a neutral. Neutral means it goes with either way, goes with anything. And then this is this is Rose. And then I dig into this one a lot too. This one is Starling Pink. And then I also like some of these I don't even use. And I also like this. Sometimes I'll go into my orange. This is, what's the name of this one here? Oh, this is Shy Blush too. Oh, well, I have a backup for my other Shy Blush. Okay, no wonder I go into that. But sometimes I'll go into this orange one with Juicy Peach. Very pretty, very, very youthful looking. So I tend to go with the more colorful, lighter blushes rather than the deep ones. I feel like with the bronze skin, you can get away with a darker, or if you're younger, you can get away with a little bit more of the deeper, darker. But as a mature woman, I think the lighter colors that are just more fun and I think are better. So I'm going to just dig into some Shy Blush. You'll notice I'm tapping it, and then of course tapping off the excess. So I put the highlighter here, and I put my contour here. The blush will go in the middle. Okay, and I don't go too close to my nose. See, that makes a big difference, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't go too close to my nose. The light is a little off, so both sides of the faces look different. Okay. All right. And then what can happen if you mess up, take some of your translucent powder. And there's a special brush that Mary Kay doesn't have. It's like we just don't have it. It has like a plastic thing here and then like a thing, like a fan, and it's really dense, that is used by makeup artists to kind of go over your blush so it really blends nicely. Okay. Keep in mind, if you're doing a Zoom, if you're on film, you need more. Okay. Whenever you're on film, you need more blush, which I know this is lopsided, but I just feel like I need more here because I'm talking to you here. Okay, okay. So besides the lips, when I have studied makeup artistry, which I have quite a bit actually, the makeup artists say that the lips and the eyebrows are the most important feature. Okay, so if you run into someone, or you're blonde, if you run into someone who does not have eyebrows, or her eyebrows are looking like this, which is fine. I mean, that's okay. It's not bad. You know, they're pretty, not bad at all. But watch what happens when I use eyebrows. Okay, this is something I never knew how important eyebrows were. Okay, so if you were at the meeting the other day, this is going to be hard, but that's okay. Rochelle kind of told us the placement, you know, where they should start, where they should end, where they should rise. Wow, I'm going to do one and you're going to see the difference. That's huge. That's huge. Now, a lot of times if I'm doing really fancy, and I'll go on the outline of them on the top and the bottom, and then I will fill in with light strokes upward. There we go. That's one eye, and that's the other. I'm going to also use the brow gel, which I didn't like at first because it was scary to me. You wipe off the excess, but I love it now. I personally love it. You just gently go through the hairs. I personally love it because the color of this matches with my hair. Okay, so it really, I love it. I love this. Can you see the difference? Okay, so you're doing a disservice with people if you do not help them with their brows. Even if I wore no makeup, if I have my brows I'm good. I'm really doing pretty good. Would you agree? Can I get an amen?
Yes, amen.
Can you see that, Cheryl? Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, and of course you want your eyebrows groomed. That means plucked. Yeah. And so, just to remind you, go ends there. I've already got mine pretty well done. Whoops. And then going upward and outward. There we go. Huge, huge difference. The lighting on this one side is different. Okay. All right. So we're going to put a little bit of this because I love it. It will give that deep chestnut color to my brows. We have access to all of this. I love that I can just go out to my inventory and get it anytime I want. Like Rochelle said, brows are not identical twins. So you can see this one goes up more, totally fine. I'm not going to try to fix it. Okay. Now what would I do now? Oh, I might as well finish my eye area. Brushes are so important. Again, you need brushes. So I've got a bunch of them here. This one I'll probably use a little bit. This is a very skinny one. Probably like a little softening the eyeshadow. What's this called anyway? Probably an eyeliner brush or something. I don't know. Anyway, you see it there. And then this is going to probably help me right in here. This is an angle brush. Okay, so that angle is perfectly designed. This is kind of, I should have brought a different brush. This is not the brush I wanted. I wanted something like this, but more pointy. I have tons of brushes. And anyway, brought the wrong one, but this is like is similar, but not exact to an intensity brush, which I'm going to use for more intensity right here. But it should be more narrow. This one's really thick, but I'll make it work. And then this is like a blending brush, which I'll blend this stuff. Okay. So let's start with, okay, let's start with, here we got some eye colors, Oh, I usually start with the lightest. So I will start with, I like this one a lot. I think this is Blossom. Yeah, this is Blossom. That's a good color. So to make it easy, I'm just going to get a whole bunch of this and put it all over. I mean, I can just put the other stuff on top of it. So I'm just going to put it all over above my eye. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm running out of this. So that's means that I need a new one, which I can just go to my inventory. Like Nancy taught us how important inventory is, not only for our customers, but for us. And now we get such a good deal, the 55%. By the way, Carmen, you are like inches away from being a star. Nancy Ceballos is the highest star you can possibly be. Congratulations. She's actually a pearl and beyond. Such a great showing this quarter, Nancy. You're awesome. Okay, so I've got the Blossom all over. Didn't really do anything. Now, if I wanted to, I could take and define my brow a little bit more and take this one, this white one. I never know what the colors are on these. Oh, this one's Blossom too. What the heck? No, then the other one wasn't Blossom. Hold on. Okay, hold on one second. This one, it's not Blossom. It kind of gets worn off. Boy, that looks like Blossom, but this isn't Blossom. This is Blossom. So those are different. See, this one's darker, right? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyway, this is a lighter color. So I'm going to just use this like when, again, getting really fancy, people go, oh, right underneath the brow. You can see that's like a little bit, really makes a difference. But I don't usually go so detailed because I get my makeup, I get my hair done, my makeup, my clothing in a half an hour. And that's doing a really good job. This does not take much time. Okay, so now I'm going to take my angle brush, and what I'm going to do is do a darker color. Okay. And I'm going to make my crease, which is way down here. because I have hooded eyes. Hooded means this part is going down. Okay, like there's my crease here. I'm going to give the illusion with a darker color that my crease is up higher. Okay, that's my deal. And I think I'm going to go with the purples, but I have so many options, but I think I'm going to go with the purples. How about this light purple? That light purple. What's the name of that one? Something really subtle that I can't mess up. So I think that's I don't know. Anyway,
Lilac,
what?
it's more like a lilac haze, or I'm sorry, it's a pretty sparkly light.
It's not sparkle. I'm not going to use sparkle because if you use sparkle with the shimmer, I try to stay away from that as much as I can because of the crepiness that I get as a more mature woman. It will enhance, shimmer will enhance the crepiness a little bit. Okay, so I want to stay away from that. So I'm going to kind of go like that. So you can already see that's pretty cool. Yeah, just a little spot of that. And then I'll just go in and up higher than my crease. Yeah, that was easy. Okay, so I'm making it appear that my crease is higher. Can you see that? So my eye is lifted. Now this is a great Zumba look, just something simple, right? I like it. Okay, because I got the wrong brush and this intensity brush, wherever it went, is just not precise enough, I'm going to not use it. I'm going to go ahead and use this one, and I'm going to take a darker purple, which I took this one first, that guy, very muted, and now I'm going to intensify with this one at the end that I can tell you the color, which is Lavender Fog. So I'm going to intensify. Now I could use this other shimmer lavender, and I can't even see the name because it's worn off. So doesn't matter. I'm not going to use the shimmer one. I'm going to use the matte. So I'm getting a little bit there. And I'm going to just put a little bit right here. So it's kind of like a little bit of a C. Okay. Yeah. So now it's even more intense. More intense. Okay. Now I'll just use a little blending brush and blend it so the edges aren't as harsh. Lifted, not lifted. Do you see the difference?
Yep.
You see how easy it is. Once you get the habit of how to do this, it doesn't take very much time, which is why I get my makeup done so quick. It's just a matter of habit, So I'll just do the other one really quickly using that really muted lavender. It's not the heather. Maybe it's an outdated color. I don't know. Lifting and taking the more intense with the same brush, but really I usually use a pointed one. There we go. Both of the eyes are lifted. Okay, lift this one a little bit higher and blend. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and use our amazing eyeliner. Now we have 3 different eyeliners. We have the cake eyeliner that comes with a little brush, and that's super, super, super good. If you want like a cat eye look. You have this waterproof liquid liner, again, for that cat eye look, waterproof. It's wonderful. And I use this, you'll see how I use this in a second, but I'm not going for the cat eye look. For mature women, the cat eye look is just, it's not gonna work very well. Okay, but for you youngins, it works great. Okay, I love our eyeliners. They're so good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just go on the top of my eyelash line, and over on the edge, wow, what a difference it makes. I make it thicker because I want to bring things up, right? things are falling on a mature face, so I make it thicker on the edge. Now on the bottom, I'm gonna put just a little bit, and then I'll use this little brush to softly take it over, okay? Instead of like, you see sometimes people just going the whole eye, and that's okay. Again, if you are young, you can get away with practically anything. But if you notice, and I can even see it here, it's thicker of a line out there. Now I also go on the lash line. So if I squeeze my eye, I can go right on that lash line. You can't really see that because, because you just can't see it because of this is too
You're not supposed to, that's why.
far away. Yeah. But if you were close, like right in my space, Carmen, then you'd be like, oh yeah, I see that right on the lash line. Yeah. So I use the little strokes. Yeah, little strokes. It's just the best eyeliner ever. And it's so inexpensive.
It is, and I love how moist it is.
I know. One time, Cheryl, I went to New York. This was a million years ago, but it just shows how great the quality has been for years. I went to New York. This is like 25 years ago, or maybe close to 30. And I forgot my Mary Kay liner. And I went to the drugstore. I purchased one. It was like writing on with a lead pencil on my eye. And then I went back and purchased another. It wasn't any better. Okay, so now I'm going to soften. I could go with the really dark, fun purple, this one here. Maybe I'll do that just for fun. I'll just do a darker purple, which I think I want to put it up here as well. You won't be able to see this, but with this beautiful brush, and then I can go down here and take it down there. It's kind of fun. Yeah, that's a brilliant purple. I might be able to get you the name of that. Just kind of fills it in a bit. Love the lifting. Oh, I think I need a little bit more. We're down here. And it's a harsher line on the outside, but then it softens. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then we're looking at some mascara. We have how many different types? Well, I have 3 here. Okay, this is the Fanorama Lash Love. Okay, a lot of people like this because I guess it's what, coat, comb, fan out. It's just very, very natural. Now, I hardly have any lashes left. Okay, so we're not going to see much. If you have beautiful lashes and you want the most natural, go with this one or the Lash Love mascara for definition. For length, we've got the Lash Love Lengthening Mascara, which builds on itself, but it's also really natural. Now, then we have the Ultimate Mascara, which gives you more volume. So Emma likes the Fanorama. Why do you like the Fanorama, Emily? Emma? What's the thing? You can type it in if you want. So now I've got the Endless Performance going on. This is the lash intensity. This is the one, Fanorama. So she already has long lashes, okay? That's why she likes that. And this has 2 edges to do different things with. And this is the lash intensity. This, if I work with it long enough, can make my lashes look longer, but I'm not going to because I'm going to wear fake lashes. Okay, but this one is the Vavoom for your lashes. Okay, so if you have amazing lashes, I actually recommend you use this lash intensity. Not that you need it, because you don't, but you will have people coming up to you and going, oh my God, your lashes, those must be fake. Because this one, what does this one do? It expands and extends. It does the whole thing. And you start at the base of the lashes if you have any, and you wiggle it up, right? Wiggle it up. And do the top and the bottom. So anyway, I got a little bit. I can go, this is fine. I can go out like this, but I want to do some lashes. Okay. Now, if you want to do lashes, don't feel like you have to. If you have beautiful lashes, don't do lashes, okay? Cheryl loves the lash intensity. Okay, but if you do lashes, don't get the cheap kind. Get these are cocoa. They last for weeks. It's amazing. Okay. Now you have to, I always wondered how to do this. I'm going to show you. Okay, so there's different styles of the cocoa lashes. So, but a lot of times you have to cut them. Okay, because they don't fit your eye, right? So, and don't feel like you need to wear these. Like seriously, my lashes, because I'm older, just started, going away. So I kind of just check, you see the thin part to the thicker part. And I just check to see, because each style is different. Does that fit? That fits pretty good. So I don't think I'll cut them. I had my scissors just in case I wanted to cut, and I would cut from the outside. Well, maybe I'll just cut them slightly. I don't know. Tiny bit. There we go. Okay. All right. And then why I'm even doing my lashes, because I'm going to do my lips next, is because the secret is you need to put the glue on and let it set. You don't put the glue on and then put your lashes on. Okay. So yeah, so you just get the tip there and you put the glue on and you let it set. Just using you can use the cheap glue, just not cheap eyelashes. The cheap eyelashes, what happens is they're too weak at the base and they're really hard to put on. These you will find are more durable at the base. Now there's some that I've tried that are really durable at the base that are even super hard to put on, believe it or not, that you don't want it you just don't want cheap lashes. Because both of those were cheap, the ones that were really flimsy and the ones that were really harsh. Both of them were very cheap. So the cocoa is kind of firm, but not harsh. And they are, I think, $7 a pair. Okay, so I put the glue on. Now I'll do something else. So I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. So this is an older lip liner. I had some new ones, but anyway, I'm just going to use this one. Okay, now I have a hard time seeing my lips because I put foundation on. So I'm going to go ahead, make my little Cupid bow, and then with little fine strokes on the outside. You can make your lips bigger if you want, but I don't. And the way you would do that is just by drawing the line a little bit, not a lot, a little bit outside of your lips. Now I'm filling it in.
Wait, where are you going?
Cheryl, we can hear you. Okay. All right. I love these lip liners so much. A lot of times, this is what I use, the lip liner. Okay. But today, just for kicks, I'm going to go ahead. I've got the red lip liner. Yeah, Cheryl. Okay. So this is, what color is this? This is.
What color was the lip liner? The red?
Yeah, the red. Think of pink. So this would look good, but I'll tell you, sometimes I just go with what I have and then mix like an artist. So basically, I didn't even need the lipstick, but it kind of softened it so it's not too bright. And then I told you that I would give you the look of making my lips really plump and juicy. And that would be by adding a lighter color. This is one of everybody's favorites. What is this one here? I know what this is. I know Carmen knows what this is. Carmen, what color is this? Fancy Nancy. This is Fancy Nancy. Okay, so I'm going to just go right here. Not light enough. I should have gotten a different color. Like, I think we have one Sheer Illusion. And that would have been like a white color. And that would have added more volume to my lips. But you can kind of see. Yeah. Okay, our eyelashes are probably ready now. And we would just put them on. Now there's things that you can put the eyelashes on with, like a little tool, but I don't use it. I just feel the coolness of the lashes, adjust them to be right on my lash line, and there we go. And these are just perfect, so yeah. And again, I am not advocating fake lashes, but if you want to, then fine. You do not need them. If you have lashes, go with the lashes. But if you don't, because people that are more mature lose their hairs and then they gain hairs other places. You guys know what I mean that are over 50. So do I have any questions? I think I'm done.
You look gorgeous as always. That's beautiful.
Thank you. And it's so easy. You see the highlighter a little bit, the blush. Now you see the eyeshadow. If you take it apart, the eyebrows were extremely important. As far as the lipstick, make sure that's one way to make sure it doesn't get on your teeth. I don't have that problem, but some people, they get it on their teeth. So I think I'm ready to go and have a great Mary Kay day. How about you guys? Yeah? Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. Any other questions? Oh, good. I'm glad Rita learned a few things. Yeah. Okay. Adios. Have a great day. Bye.